It is said that the burning of 500,000 historical scrolls, dating back to the very embers that began this wave of existence, it is said that this act set our civilization back at least 1,000 years, and the true scale of the loss of knowledge will never truly be fully understood. We are, of course, referring to the destruction in the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Dedicated to the Muses, the library was the largest research vessel in the world at the time. Many important and influential scholars worked at the library during the 3rd and 2nd centuries BC, including Xenodotus of Ephesus, who worked towards standardizing the works of Homer, Callimachus, who wrote the Pinakes, sometimes considered the world's first library catalog, Apollonius of Rhodes, who composed the epic poem the Argonautica, Eratosthenes of Cyrene, who calculated the circumference of the Earth within a few hundred kilometers of accuracy, Hero of Alexandria, who invented the first recorded steam engine, Aristophanes of Byzantium, who invented the system of Greek diacritics and was the first to divide poetic texts into lines, and Aristarchus of Samothrace, who produced the definitive texts of the Homeric poems as well as extensive commentaries on them. Put the importance of this library into perspective. The earliest Greek translation of the Old Testament is said to have been written there. Was the location of the world's first medical school founded by Herophilus, father of anatomy. Hipparchus, founder of trigonometry, studied there. Dionysius Thrax created Greek grammar and defined parts of speech. Nouns, verbs, adverbs, pronouns, etc. studied there. Archimedes, famous for Eureka, I have found it. And give me a lever long enough and I shall move the world, studied there. Eratosthenes, the father of geometry, and first to discover the circumference of the Earth, studied there. According to Plutarch, the first person to blame is Julius Caesar. On his pursuit of Pompey into Egypt in 48 BC, Caesar was cut off by a large fleet of Egyptian boats in the harbor of Alexandria. He ordered the boats to be burned. The fleet was destroyed, but the flames spread to the city and the library. It's not known how much of the library was destroyed. When Caesar documented this attack in his account of the Civil War, he left out the destruction of the library. However, this is not uncommon of Caesar, who often left out damaging facts about himself in his writing. However, despite this loss, the library lived on. According to reports, Mark Antony gave Cleopatra 200,000 scrolls for the library well after Caesar's attack. The second, more famous burning of the library came at the hands of Theophilus, who was Patriarch of Alexandria from the years 385 to 412 of the current wave of existence. He turned the Temple of Serapis into a Christian church. It is likely that the collection was destroyed by the Christians who moved in. Some sources say nearly 10% of the library's collection was housed in the Temple of Serapis. In the following years, the Christian attack against the library escalated, and the last great pagan philosopher and librarian, Hypatia, was tortured and killed. The final blow came in the years 640 of the current wave of existence, when Alexandria came under Muslim rule. The Muslim ruler, Caliph Omar, asserted that the library's contents would either contradict the Quran, in which case they are heresy, or they will agree with it, so they are superfluous. The contents of the library were then supposedly used as tinder for the city's bathhouses. Even then, it is said that it took 6 months for all the materials to burn. Practically nothing of the library remains today.